Okay, I'm going to call the August 11th of 2015 meeting of the Salem-Keizer School Board to order. Our first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise and recite after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please, Christie.
Rick Kimball,
Here.
Paul Kylo,
Yes.
Chris Brantley,
Here.
Marty Hyen,
Here.
Jim Green,
Here.
Chuck Lee,
Here.
Nancy McMorris-Oddix. Here.
Thank you, Christie. Agenda modifications for tonight, we have none, so let's move right into it. Spotlights on Success is on a hiatus, so we'll go into audience communications on non-agenda items.
On agenda items.
On agenda items, I mean. Sorry, it's been a long afternoon already. So, Okay, we have no one signed up to speak on agenda items. We'll move into our adoption of the consent calendar. We have no action items tonight. Tonight, we have items listed under grant budgets, personnel actions, and administrative personnel actions. Is there any item someone needs to pull? Nancy?
Oh, I was going to make a motion.
Okay. I want to see if anybody has something they need to pull first. Marty?
I wanted to make a comment on a few things, so do I need to pull it?
If you want to
then?
comment, we're going to pull it and then comment on that.
Okay.
So which item?
The fresh fruit and vegetable grant program
So we'll pull grants, okay?
and the My Future, My Choice
So
instructional
both
services.
grants. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're going to pull 4A from the consent. Anybody else? Okay, I'll entertain a motion then,
Move adoption.
without 4A.
Second?
Seconded by Paul, moved by Nancy. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Same sign? Or is it supposed to be nay?
Yay and nay.
Yeah.
Aye and nay.
All right, let's talk about 4A. Marty, you had,
Yes, I just kind of have a question. I mean, I think fresh fruit and vegetables for our kids is awesome, but I'm wondering, because it's just for an individual school, kind of two questions come to mind. One, are breakfasts and lunches not sufficient throughout the school district? And if they are, is there any grants for the other elementary schools? So it's just kind of like, certainly this is something I'm for. I'm just kind of curious about the other students, I guess, in the district.
Christie?
So I don't have those answers right off the top, and I could have had them, but I don't. And I do know that often with what I know about fruits and vegetable programs from some other work, that they're often tied to the poverty level of a school or some or parent survey type information. So, and I just don't have the background on this specific one.
Okay.
And then you had a second. Was there another grant?
Yes, on the My Future, My Choice instructional services. I was just curious if there is a place for parents to go that might want to know the content of what the teachers are being taught, you know, the curriculum, I guess, for the health teachers.
And the curriculum is part of the My Future, My Choice. And again, I don't have that information right off the top. I know there's some information that goes home to parents about the health classes, but this is through Oregon Department of Human Services and an adopted curriculum through Oregon Department of Education, as I understand it. This specific grant is about the professional development
Right.
for health teachers.
Right, I understand that. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Does that answer your questions?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll entertain a motion to adopt 4A.
So moved.
So moved by
Aye.
Paul, second by Marty.
Yep.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay? Seeing none? Okay, passes unanimously. All right, that moves us into readings. We have none of those tonight. But we do have one report under item 6, monitoring report EL number 2, emergency superintendent succession. Superintendent Perry, please.
All right, and again, I won't read it to you, and I just want to make some notes since we do have some leadership changes this year. easily, Assistant Superintendent Kelly Carlisle could run the district either in my absence or as a succession plan. And we also have Chief Operations Officer Michael Wolf, who is familiar with our district processes. Over time, we will also have our executive director of HR that would have the ability to step in. But as he is new, we're just in that beginning entrance into the district.
Okay. Any questions on this executive limitation? Paul, are you?
No, I think I'll pass. I'm sure Kelly's qualified.
You might want to pull your microphone down so the public can hear that.
Yeah, I know, that's
Okay.
that's why it's up there.
All right. Okay, seeing no questions, I'd like to see if
why
we
it's
got a
back here.
consensus that this is a sufficient report. This is part of the superintendent's evaluation. Okay, looks like we have good consensus. Thank you. All right, under information, you should have a couple items there. You should have a report on the Head Start pre-kindergarten program, as well as our upcoming meetings. We don't generally have a staff report on the results on the Head Start program, but are there any questions around that tonight, or we don't have the support staff here to answer them, but, okay. All right, as far as meetings go, we have our executive session, excuse me, we did that already. We have a work session scheduled for the 25th. We haven't assigned a topic yet, but please keep that date open, and we'll get back to you within a couple of days whether we'll have that meeting. Okay, thank you. Audience communications on non-agenda items is next. Christie's checking to see if we have anybody signed up. Okay, nobody signed up on non-agenda items. Okay, we'll move into the next part, which is school board reports. Any directors have any items they'd like to talk about that they attended in the last month or so? Marty?
Yes, I attended the Summer Strings in Northeast Salem. I think it's a great program, and I'm glad that they have high school level now in Summer Strings, and I'm also glad that the music didn't get cut during economic difficulties we had. And someday I hope that kids won't have to choose between music maybe and some specialized program. I know that we offer it almost everywhere, but not quite. Anyway, it was a great performance by the students.
And Paul, did you?
I was at early high school graduation representing the board, so it was a very nice event.
Thank you for doing that. Chris?
I mentioned this to you all in the work session, but I'll do it publicly now, and that is that I went to the follow-up meeting from the two sessions that big consortium of groups in town put on, NAACP, Mano a Mano,
The
Coalition for Equality, et cetera, a whole bunch of them. And they had a follow-up meeting where they started to talk about, now that we're better educated about the lives and the plights of folks in our community, what are we going to do about it? And it was pretty much an all-afternoon meeting on a Saturday, and the upshot of it was that they are going to continue to meet, and I told them that I would continue to be a liaison with the school board while not probably directly involved in their activities. So if you hear anything about that, let me know.
All right, anybody else? All right. Superintendent Perry, you have some. Oh, Chuck, I'm sorry, I looked down there. and it's-
I don't believe we're going to have another board meeting before the SCEF luncheon on September 8th,
That's correct, we
I know.
meet that night, so.
that evening. So I know many of you are going to be table captains, but I just wanted to remind the community that it's going to be a memorable luncheon at noon at the conference center, and I encourage everyone to go. It's SCEF's, Salem-Keizer Education Foundation's back-to-school lunch.
Thanks for bringing that up, Chuck. Anything else, anybody?
Just want to say sorry as their liaison, I should have made that report, but it hadn't dawned on me we're not going to meet again. So.
All right, Superintendent Perry, closing comments.
All right, I'll just make a couple. I was also at the summer school graduation and just want to be really complimentary of the district that we take that extra step and allow those students to walk when they didn't get to walk at their home high school. Hard for the students to not to get to walk. Really nice that we allow them that opportunity. That does not happen a lot of other places. So 31 kids and parents were really happy about it. And then just in the next couple weeks, We really are on a dead run to open school on time with construction and full-day kindergarten, plus the literacy materials that are in the district and the literacy PD training and all of the work of starting up to school. It's might be the biggest summer we've had for a while, as reported out from construction services, even when we had the bonds. So I just want you to know that we're under a little bit of organizational pressure the next few weeks as we are ready for that big transition. So, great work session today.
Thank you, Christy. Before I adjourn the meeting, I want to thank my colleagues on the board for carving out the day to meet in our planning session from 1 o'clock until 5 and the executive session after that. So thanks for putting in the time for the community. With that, I'll adjourn.